I called?
The biggest Christmas tree ever.
The biggest Christmas tree ever. And now there will be pictures.
Okay, and I will read the story. So show us the picture. The biggest Christmas tree ever.
Biggest Christmas tree ever.
By Stephen Kroll. Illustrated by Jenny Bassett. Okay, I'm going to show this picture. Hold it up.
Here's the picture.
Oh. You've always got to lick your fingers.
No, we can.
Once there were two mice who fell in love with the same Christmas tree, but you had to see it to believe it. I'll show the picture.
Isn't the Christmas tree pretty? Yeah.
Everyone in Mouseville loved Christmas trees. Every Christmas, families all over town put up the biggest, most beautiful trees they could find. But first came Thanksgiving. The day before the celebration, Clayton, the house mouse, took a walk around Mouseville. He knew he should be thinking about giving thanks, but the chill in the air reminded him of Christmas. "Do you know what?" he said out loud. "This year I'm going to find the biggest Christmas tree ever." Not far away, Clayton's friend Desmond, the field mouse, said exactly the same thing. So here's a picture. I'll hold on to it, Houston. This is a picture of Clayton, the city mouse, and this is a picture of his friend Desmond. And they both want to find the biggest Christmas tree ever.
So, what they're trying to do is find the tallest tree.
That night, Clayton helped his mom and his dad and his brother Andy and sister Trudy make a special casserole and pie for Thanksgiving. Over at Desmond's house, his brother Morris helped him and Uncle Vernon fix a big pot of vegetable stew and cheesecake.
They're making tea cake and pie and stuff.
Everyone ate too much. After dinner, Clayton's grandma and grandpa sat in the living room, holding their tummies and grumbling. Over at Desmond's, the cousins from across the road stretched out on Uncle Vernon's sofa and took a nap.
Don't that sound good to nap?
The following morning, Clayton woke up early. He wanted to be the first at Clara's Christmas tree farm at the edge of town. He would have his pick of the biggest tree. Pick that one up.
Whoa. See, did he get out of bed?
Over at Desmond's house, Desmond tumbled out of bed with the same thought.
Then he tumbling out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton wobbled down the row of trees. Here's a nice one, but it was much too small. There was another, but it was too squat. Over there was a third, but it had big gaps in the branches. Struggling down another row, Desmond was having the same problems.
Oh boy.
Clayton leaned against a tree. It was scrawny and not very tall. "I'll never find the tree I want," he said. "I better go home." And not far, squinting at another tree, Desmond said, "I'll never find the tree I want. I guess I'll go home."
Oh, and before we go to the next reading page, there's my dog Diamond. She's my great baby dog.
When Clayton reached his house, it was the middle of the morning, but he was full and he was tired and he went back to bed. When Desmond got to his house, he went back to bed too.
Dad and Dad Mouse really do the same thing the whole book.
Right. Clayton woke up for lunch and talked to his dad. Dad said, "Why don't you go back out this afternoon? Walk at the edge of the Christmas tree farm."
How did Katie see it?
I don't know.
The biggest trees are there. When Desmond woke up, Uncle Vernon told him the same thing. So they said, "Go back out to the Christmas tree farm and look on the edge to find the big ones." That afternoon, Clayton went out again. At the very same time, Desmond did too. Clayton walked to the far edge of the farm. He looked at a big one. None of them looked like the biggest Christmas tree. Down another path, Desmond was having the same bad luck. Starting to lose hope, Clayton peered around a very thick trunk. Desmond peered around the same one. They bumped heads and fell down.
Ow.
I bet you're looking for the biggest Christmas tree ever. Why don't we find it together? No, we couldn't. They set out through the rows of wood. They looked and looked, and just as ready to give up, the tree so big they found it touched the sky.
Oh, that's a big one, isn't it?
How will we cut it down? Clayton asked. It's much too big for us. Where will we put it? It won't fit in your house or mine. Clayton and Desmond smiled. Our families will help us, they said together, and that's what happened. Clayton's dad and Uncle Vernon came with their axes. With the help of Clayton and Desmond, they chopped down the giant tree.
Wow.
Both families called on all their friends, and together they loaded the tree on 100 red wagons and pulled it into Clayton's front yard. There they decorated it with the most wondrous ornaments and colored lights. And on Christmas Eve, with all of Mouseville celebrating around it, the biggest Christmas tree ever lit up the entire hillside. Clayton and Desmond shared a high five. We did it, said Clayton. All of us together, said Desmond. Okay, that's the end of the story. Do you want to say goodnight, Marty?
Good night.
You want to say goodnight, Easton?
And no.
Okay, bye-bye for now.
Bye.